Okay, so I wanted to make another video about doing some editing. So, all right, I've already made a video that I want to edit in the OBS Studio. Now, I want to edit a little chunk of that video out because I didn't like how it came out. So I'm going to open my Creative Cloud. Everybody has access to the Creative Cloud here. I already have Premiere Pro downloaded. It's a really nice editing software. I'm going to click open. It's a huge software. There's tons of ways to learn it. I suggest LinkedIn Learning. Um, so I'm going to open that up and I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to call it OBS Starter Vid. I'm not going to change any of the other settings because I want to keep this similar. Oh, I already started one that was named the same. I'm just going to replace it because it wasn't very good. Okay, so now I came here and I've just started using OBS. And when I went to go import something, I right clicked here and I said import and went to my videos where it was at. And originally this was empty and I was confused because I figured the OBS was putting out a supported file type for this, but it's not. It's creating its own MKV file, which is not supported in here. So how to fix that is I'm going to put this down real quick, and there's a couple ways to change the MKV file settings. So here over in the OBS software, I put file, and you can press Remux Recordings, and so you choose over here which recording you want to retarget, and there's usually three little dots here, and I selected that MKV video that I wanted to fix, and then it'll come over here and it'll make a new file and MP4, which is usable. You just click Remix and boom, you change that file into another one. Or, all right, alternatively, I think I'm going to start doing this instead. Go to settings so that all of your videos are output like this. So I went over to output, drop down, and then record format. And I can't change it right now because I'm in the middle of remote recording, but you can drop this down and make it MK or MP4, which is easily accessible by other softwares. So I'm going to do that for the future, but you can always change, record in this MKV, which is more usable in the OBS software, and then just do the Remux, again, file Remux Recordings to change that file type, or the other way. So now that I have the appropriate MP4, I'm going to go over to, again, here, and right click, import, my videos. I already have this one renamed. Open it. It's going to import the file. And it's finishing down here. So this is your timeline. It's the basic timeline of this whole video, whatever's going on. I'm going to drag and drop it here. So now I have this whole video. We can change how we see things here or not. All right, so now I'm going to go to a specific time code because I have already written down where I want to edit my stuff out. So I'm going to go to 132. Let's see. Yep. And let's see. How do I zoom in again? Nope. This way. Okay, so that is the zoom bar right here, so it makes it bigger, smaller, so you can see kind of like where you're at in your timeline. Now I want to go to the time swatch of one. All right, I don't know why it didn't snap here already, but that's okay. It's been a while since I actually used this software. All right, let's drag it over to 132. We can go to the frame exactly. And I'm just gonna click here and start at 132 period. Okay, pressing enter snapped me to exactly where I wanted to be. So now I'm gonna take this razor and I'm gonna cut all this. I'm just gonna line it up here. There's better ways, I'm sure, to do this. I haven't done it in a while, like I said. I'm just trying to go quick and show you the basics. So I made a slice and that went through both my video right here. This line right here is the video. This line right here is the audio. You can separate them to have different things going on at the same time. You can drop other videos in the timeline above this if you want to have something else like a graphic over the top. I'm not going to get into all that right now. We're just trying to make a basic video cut. So now I know that I want to start again over here. All right, let's try and do this better. At 2, oops, whoa, 26 is where I want to come back in. Pressed enter, chop me right over there. So I'm going to hit chop again. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now I'm going to press, instead of this, I'm going to do the select tool. I'm going to select both these things. I'm going to delete them, just hitting the delete key. Now I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to shove it. Oops, I don't want to shove it over the top because that'll delete some of the video. Okay, I just put it together. Now these are together. Now I'm going to say file, save because I've already named it, save the project. I'm going to export media. Okay, so I actually switched videos a little bit on you to show you the export because I didn't have the right settings originally. So we're going to do export media like I did originally. This is going to pop up. Okay, so now over in format, we're going to make sure that the format is set to H.264. Now this is perfect for anything set to we're sending to YouTube or other social media platforms. So the H.264 seems weird, but it's the right format. So then I'm going to check my preset here. I'm going to match the original source because this depends on how you recorded your video, like with a camera, your phone, whatever other source you use to reset the original recording. I'm just going to do match source and high bitrate as my setting, and it should match up all the things I want. Now we're going to go down to output name. This is where you change the name of your video and you tell it where you want it to actually export to. So I'm going to go into the screencasting here. I'm going to save it there. Make sure that you're exporting the video and the audio. Now under the tabs here, all right, this stuff should already be set properly. I'm going to put this up for a second so we can see more of this. We want to click render at maximum depth for a better video quality. Then we're going to go down, go down, go down. Okay, it's been suggested to do VBR2 passes because it'll go through the video twice to target bitrate. This has a lot to do with your file size and the quality. So I'm going to move this up. It's been recommended to do 16 and then also, all right, double this on the maximum. So I'm going to do 16 and 32. This increases my file size a lot, but that's okay. I would rather have high quality. Okay, so this stuff we're going to leave the same. Well, then we just make sure use maximum render quality here is checked. And so it is checked. Now we're going to double check instead of the video settings tab here, we're going to go over to the audio settings. You want it set to AAC. And then channels, we want stereo and the bitrate 32. So this is all good. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to click export. And that's going to export your video. It's going to take a little bit of time, but then it will send out your video to wherever you selected export settings here. In your export settings here. So wherever you set the output name to, it's going to export there.